What's going on, all you Minties? Welcome back to the channel. I am the Uncanny Omar, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 essential buys, must read for the month of March of 2022. So let's get started. Welcome back, everybody. The one thing I always like to stress is that sometimes the dates might change on some of these books. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of hoping they do, especially the books towards the end of this month, because I left some out on purpose, hoping that they'll be they will be delayed until April. That way I can do a top 10. I mean, I don't want any books to be delayed, but this was a hard list. So please, in the comments, let me know down below what you would have chosen as your top 10, top 5, top 1. If you agree with my list, I would love to know all those comments. The first book I'm going to be talking about is Absolute Wonder Woman. Absolutely, I have to talk about this book. George Perez's, his phenomenal relaunch of Wonder Woman, $125, collecting the first 14 issues, the Who's Who Definitive Directory of the DC Universe 26, and the Update 87 1-3. I'm sure just focusing on Wonder Woman. But this is after Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's a remastering, retelling of Wonder Woman, her origin, her background. It's a beautifully drawn story. I will say the one thing that this has, and most people probably that have read it, is that it is a little dense to read if you're reading it for the first time, and because he is co-writing it. It's not just he's writing it himself. He's not just doing everything. But it's just, it's a beautiful book that I think belongs on everybody's shelf. And the fact that it's in oversized format, oh man, that's so awesome. So awesome. Next up on the list is Moon Knight by Jeff Lemire and Smallwood, the complete collection. And the reason I'm adding this is because it's such a great place to start reading Moon Knight. I know there's the Omnibus that's being reprinted, but a lot of people have asked me where a good modern run would be. And even though it was Warren Ellis that created the idea of the whole Mr. Knight, Jeff Lemire uses him a whole lot in his run of Moon Knight. And the artwork is just stunning during this particular series right here. So it's been available before in oversized hardcover format, and it's been available in smaller trade paperbacks. Hopefully one day in an omnibus with a bunch of other creators. That would be really cool. But it is now an incomplete collection. $34.99. It collects the 14-issue series by Jeff Lemire and Greg Smallwood. So if you've never read it, do yourself a favor and pick that up, because it's a damn good read if you've not read it. And I think a lot of people will find enjoyment in it. This being like their first take on Moon Knight. By the way, I am going to do a video where to start reading Moon Knight next month. Berserk Deluxe Edition Volume 10. Absolutely. To have Kentaro Miura's artwork in oversized format and collecting volumes 28 through 30 with the 3 little pull-out posters, it just brings a tear to my eye that we're getting close to that end. To the end of his run. It's freaking heartbreaking. But, having this is just, it's a wonderful way to honor him. Like, for the people that haven't read it, for the people that have read it, there are no words to describe how I feel about this manga. It's gotten me through a lot of tough times. And I hope when those videos come back after I talk to Dark Horse because of the whole manga thing, I'm able to share that love again of this particular series. Deadly Class, Deluxe Edition Volume 3. I can't miss this. I love this series. Collecting Deadly Class 32 through 44. The one-shot, the killer set one-shot from the Free Comic Book Day in 2019. So if you've not read Deadly Class, think Harry Potter meets Game of Thrones. It's the best way to put it, except it takes place in the 80s. Look at the 80s, man. And it's just a hell of a story. That ending of the first school semester, shocking. Keeping 2 hardcover. This is printed by Fantagraphics by Jordan Crane. I had to add this on here. This is one of my most anticipated graphic novels this year. I was trying to find when I talked about it, and I was like, I think I missed it because I could not remember, because I'm getting old, what the hell the name of this was. So it's an independent book. It's just 2 people sitting in a car. 20 years in the making, though. You know, you gotta appreciate people that pour out their heart and soul into making these things for us. So I'm in. That's something I look forward to. Another one that was in my radar is Nadiya Shamaz's Squire. Sarah Alfagi is the artist on this. Sarah Alfagi, and it's a young adult fantasy graphic novel. Follows 14-year-old Aiza, who trains to become a knight for a war-torn empire while hiding her true background as a girl from conquered lands. Oh, like Mulan without Mushu. No, I'm just kidding. It just looks beautiful. So yeah, I'm definitely recommending that one. Maybe not much for you all, but more for me. Yeah, let's just say that. Okay, not to be missed. Just to put it out there again. JLA Avengers, the Hero Initiative. So collecting the 4-issue miniseries by Kurt Busiek and George Perez goes for a great cause, and I'm sure it will sell out. People are already asking me, how do we stop flippers and scalpers? You know, you can't. There's always going to be that. You know, it just there's a need and a demand for things, and people have the goods. It's just the way the world works, unfortunately. Fantastic Four by Jonathan Hickman, Omnibus Volume 1. That Omnibus is phenomenal if you've not read it. To me, it is the best thing Jonathan Hickman has written for Marvel Comics, and I say that as an X-Men fan, right? And the fact that we're getting a reprint is just amazing. Like, I'm so glad it's coming back in the print for the people that missed it. Collecting the Dark Reign, Fantastic Four 1-5, which is his very first work with the Fantastic Four 570 to 588. FF 1-5, and the Dark Reign Cabal #1. So for the people that had missed on it the first time around, look no further, because it's coming back into print, both of the covers, on March 15th. Hopefully there won't be any delays. Next up is, of course, one of the books that people have been asking me for a long time for it to come out in omnibus format. Getting to announce it was one of my favorite announcements, and that is, of course, Thor by Jason Aaron, Omnibus Volume 1. All 3 covers are coming out, due out on March 29th, but this one could be pushed back until April. So we have Thor God of Thunder 1-25, Thor 1-8, that's the 2014 series, Annual number 1, Thor's 1-4, and Mighty Thor 1-12. So that's the 2015. So it got relaunched because of Original Sin and Marvel Point 1, and yeah. If you've not read it, you are in for a treat. It's been available in complete collections, oversized hardcovers, trade paperbacks, and now in omnibus format. No word of a volume 2 yet, but here's hoping. Here's hoping that we get one to wrap up that series. And, of course, there's also the War of the Realms reprint coming out later this year. It was hard. It was between this and Captain Britain, and I was like, well, maybe Captain Britain will get delayed one more week. I can put it in my April. See? World's all about loopholes, baby. All about loopholes. And to wrap up my top 10... Astro City, Metro Book, Volume 1. We already have a Volume 2 that has been solicited. This is Kurt Busiek and Brent Anderson, and of course Alex Ross supplying the covers. Masterpiece that was originally published by Image, went over to Wildstorm, went over to these. Oh my gosh, it was a nightmare. And Kurt Busiek has mentioned that there will be a hardcover collection sometime, but for the meantime, this is it. Trade paperback, $29.99, collecting Astro City Volume 1, 1-6, and Volume 2, 1-12. So if you've never read it, you are in for a treat. Go in completely blind, and that is the best advice I can give you when these books come out. Don't forget to check out our sponsors. If you live in Europe and are interested in pre-ordering or purchasing Omnis, then you should definitely check out Walt's Comic Shop in Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices for Marvel and DC big books within the EU. Flat shipping of €9.90 for EU countries. Extremely careful and sturdy packaging. Emails are answered within 24 hours. And they have a superb selection of new releases and out-of-print books on their website. Just head over to waltzcomicshop.com for more great deals and rare titles. And for a limited time, you can use the code nearmintcon, all one word, at the checkout for free shipping to all EU countries with your first order. Walt's Comic Shop, your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. CheapGraphicNovels.com, your online home for graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They have excellent shipping and prompt and helpful service. Check out their bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. And don't forget that CGN also takes pre-orders. That way you don't miss out on the hottest releases. And they are currently running a special promotion for you minties. If you're a first-time customer, after receiving your confirmation email from CGN, reply back to that email and let them know Near Mint Condition sent you their way. They will then apply a free shipping promotional credit to your next order in the US. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount, quality shipping, and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was my top 10 list. Let me know in the comments down below what your top 10, top 1, top 5 would have been. What you think of my recommendations. Even if it's like, you suck. Sure, I leave all those comments down there. If you have any questions, leave your questions down below. This was the Uncanny Omar. Thank you all so much for watching. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Ring that bell for notifications. Check us out on Patreon. It's an amazing way to support the channel, and on Spreadshop. If you can do so, thank you so much to our existing patrons. Could not be making videos like this possible without y'all. And everyone stay healthy and safe. Much love.